That's actually good. Yeah, because I'll be surprised, and I can. Yeah, that'll be good.
You're gonna you're gonna enter this with zero context, so
As long as it's not an anti Super Mario Brothers 2 podcast, I'm up for
well, every podcast with me is an anti Super Mario Brothers 2
it.
podcast. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I watched your NES top NES videos game of your ranking of your top NES videos. Simon's Quest, Super Mario 2, and
What else was down there?
what was it?
It was like Operation Wolf or something. I don't.
Yeah, Operation.
No,
What was it?
I was
Operation.
just going off of like
Yeah,
what I know that I
yeah.
own, which I've gotten more NES games since that video. But I was just thinking about like because like Operation Wolf was an early one that I bought that I was like this game kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's not the best. I mean, it's the light gun at least, so
Yeah.
you can do anything other than Duck Hunt. I think that was something different than Duck Hunt.
Well, the problem is I don't have a light gun or anything, so I'm just
Oh,
having to out here.
oh yeah, to use the controller like a
But
plebe.
I still would enjoy playing that over Mario Brothers 2 and Simon's Quest.
Oh wow. Okay, fair enough.
Because at least
Fair
it's
enough.
just like it's like 30 seconds of my life and I'm like, okay, well that's over.
Well, those are longer games for sure.
Yeah.
And if you don't like them, they're gonna stick with
When did
as long
you
as NES,
how
as long as NES games are, they're longer.
how recently
If you
did
don't
you watch that?
maybe 3 weeks ago. It was before Christmas.
Oh, what was my top
It
game?
was like your top game was
Metroid?
Metroid.
Oh, I figured it was Metroid.
Metroid, Super Mario 3. You liked Infiltrate. Was it? No, it was Vindicators. You liked that game a lot.
Vindicator, yeah. What
This is an unlicensed Tengen game.
Zelda 2 had to be up there, right? Because I like Zelda
Yeah,
2
Zelda
quite a
2 is up
bit.
there. I left a comment about that. Yeah.
And
Uh,
I'm trying to think what else would have been up because like I've gotten
yeah, you had Bionic Commando
oh that's a
on
good
there.
game. I
Yeah.
was trying to think because like
Yeah.
my NES collection has probably doubled since that
Mhm.
video. I need to do another one. I need to like
It was still a good. It
redo
was a good collection. It's like, and then you had Bubble Bobble, of course, which I still don't know how to play that game. I have to have you teach me how to play that game sometime.
You got
Because when I play it, I just shoot bubbles and watch my guy go around.
you gotta trap
There's
them
an
in the
actual.
bubbles, man. You just gotta trap them in the
Yeah,
bubbles. Pop them.
yeah, I know. But it's like there's all kinds of like you're timed, and if you don't get them in
Oh,
time, you move to the
dude,
next
I
level.
remember when you streamed Bubble Bobble. It was the most
Hmm.
infuriating thing to watch to me because, like, okay,
I know.
so
You were
here's
you were
here's
getting like frustrated. I could
here's
feel that.
Bubble Bobble's a game that I've played my entire life with my mom, and my mom really loves that game. She played it with my dad all the time before I was even born in the arcades, and they understand like the rules of that game like down to a point, down to a science. So whenever I played with her as a kid, like she taught me the rules down to a science. Like you do this for bonus points, you do this to get the extra thing, you do this to get the
I
bonus
don't know
rounds.
that.
So watching you play after like I've been trained my 29 years on this earth how to play Bubble Bobble was like I was like
Yeah.
Brian.
You're like, you gotta do it. I'm like, what? I just like to move the dinosaur, move bub, and
Stop.
get the bubble. That's why I need you to teach me the ins and outs because I don't know how to play that game. That was the first time I played it since. That's the longest I played it since I rented it back when I was like 11 or 10.
It's a fun game.
So very fun. 2-player, you can actually beat it or see all the levels or something. I think I did that with my friend once, but I don't know how. I mean, you have unlimited continues, right? So you can get through it. It's just time.
Not on the ES version, I don't think. Do you?
I thought you did.
I don't remember.
I thought we did because we got to like level 99 or something.
I don't remember. The NES version isn't the version that I've played the most of. It's the version that I own it now and I've played a lot of it. But back in the day, I had the Taito Legends on PS2, which had which was the
yes,
arcade version. So
okay, I
that
keep
version,
forgetting
yeah, you could do unlimited. So I don't the
Okay,
NES one. I'm not sure.
I keep forgetting you're younger. I was going to say, did you have the Master System version?
Yeah, no, I had the Game Gear version.
You were the Game Gear when you used to play it in the back room of the clothing shop or whatever.
Yeah,
What was it?
good days. Little did you know, Brian, I've already been recording, so this conversation started the episode.
Oh, that's good. That's actually good.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
called
that's fine.
it's what they
It's
call
called-
a cold open in the industry.
It's good. Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, your NES collection was pretty good. I like that.
Thanks.
Nice set of games. I like the Bionic Commando was there. Zelda 2.
Yeah, like I said, it's doubled. I've probably collected more since then. I know, like last year, I got like a box off of eBay that I forget what I bought it for. I think I sent you the pictures, didn't I? When I bought it, it
Yeah,
was like a bunch of games.
yeah, you bought Robo Warrior, which I really like
Yeah,
that game.
I forgot what
That game's fun.
I don't know what I bought it for. I know I got Blaster Master in there too, but I
Mhm.
forgot what I bought the. Like there was a, it was a lot that there was one game that I was like I wanted that one game, and that one game was almost worth the entire lot. So I was like, well, okay, like why not?
Yeah, I wonder which one it is because I remember seeing Robo Warrior, and I really like that one.
Do you
I
have
said
it?
that I like that
Do you have
game.
the pictures
Um,
anywhere? Do you have
what's
it anywhere?
that?
I said, do you have it in the chat? I don't know. How
Oh
far?
yeah, I got it right here. You got here's what you got: Alpha Missions. It's a shooter, SMK shooter. Spy
Yeah.
Hunter, which I don't really care for
I
Spy
like
Hunter
Spy
that
Hunter.
much. Robo Warrior,
Yeah.
Gradius,
Yeah.
Gradius, Solar Jetman, and Blaster Master. All good games.
It might have just been Blaster Master, but yeah, they're all good games. I
Yeah,
thought that was a good lot.
that is a good lot.
So,
Got a good deal on that too.
hell
I
yeah.
hope. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've
Brian,
never played. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
sorry. No, what did you
I was
never
gonna
play?
say I was gonna say I never played Gradius much. I can't get past. I'm bad at shooters. I have to really commit to them, and it's an endeavor for me to start one because I know I got to put the time into it, and sometimes I don't want to do that. I've beat a few shooters in my life, and like one or two on NES, and Gradius is not one of them because you lose everything. You got to basically play it perfectly to get to the end.
I
Because
did
if
it.
you die, oh, you did.
No.
Nice.
I did the collection aspect. I did backwards because I already own Life Force and Nemesis before I owned
Mhm.
Gradius. So
Oh, yeah. Life Force is a spin-off of Gradius, right?
yeah, and
Mhm.
Nemesis is also
Salamander.
Salamander and Nemesis. They're all the same series, all the same
Hmm.
thing. So,
Good music in Life Force. That's what I know. That's one I haven't played a lot either. But Blaster Master and Robo Warrior, I can recommend 100%.
hell
Good
yeah,
games.
Brian, welcome
Hmm.
to the first
Thanks for
episode.
thank you for having me. I'm honored to be on your first episode, Turbo, my friend Turbo.
This is the official TurboZone podcast. Can you guess what the name is of the show? This is a fun game for a show that's never existed yet.
Uh, T Zone,
No,
uh, T's
no,
podcast.
no. Okay, do you want a hint?
Yeah, sure. Give me a hint.
Think of something that I say in nearly every video.
Geeks and Gamers.
Oh, you're close. You're so close.
Uh,
That's part of it. That's part of it. You're missing one word.
Gamer Geeks.
No. You had Geeks and Gamers in the right order, but you're
Geeks
missing
and
one word.
Gamers
Okay.
Zone.
No, no,
Geeks
no,
and
no, no.
Gamers.
What
Am
do
I
I
close?
what do I say before Geeks and Gamers?
Hey, Geeks and Gamers.
Yes! Welcome to
Is that
Hey
it?
Geeks and Gamers. Roll the theme
I
song.
nailed it. All right.
Roll the
Nice.
theme
We got
song.
a
Here we
theme
go.
song.
Yeah, it's gonna play right now. I had to leave space for it. I haven't made the theme song yet, but it's going right there. I have the logo at least.
Oh, okay. Did you actually make one? Because I know you make music.
Yeah,
So
I
did you
probably
actually make
yeah, whatever you just heard, I made, but not at this point in time. I made it in a future point when I'm editing this.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm sure it's wonderful. Yeah.
Thanks. What if it sucks? What if it's the worst theme song you ever heard? Yeah.
No, that's not possible. I heard your stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah, welcome to the first episode of Hey Geeks and Gamers, and
Thank you.
It's my official podcast for TurboZone. Of course, I do videos here on TurboZone. I also have the Button Mappers podcast. That's my main podcast, but this is a fun little side project. Brian, I have Brian today of I Got Kings. What's up, man?
Hi. Not too much. Thanks for having me on. I feel honored to be the first guest on your on the Hey Geeks and Gamers podcast. Thank you for having me.
Well, invited like Teddy or Spencer, it would just be the button mappers, wouldn't it? Like from my first episode.
You're right. I never thought of that, but you are 100%
Like
correct. That would
they're
just be a
gonna
button mapper.
they're gonna be on here because this show's formatted
Mm-hmm.
different. I have segments that we're gonna do today, but if I just brought them on for the first episode, it'd be like what's it just seemed like another episode of the button mappers maybe.
Right. If you have all three together, it's the button mappers. You got one of them at the time. It's not the button mappers. It's just, half or a third of, if it's just you, it's a third, a two, it's a half, or a third. No, wait, my math is wrong. Sorry. But no, it's part of the button mappers. Yeah.
Of course, Teddy does his like solo podcast, his T-cast, and he makes his different. So I commend him for that. And he was very, he was a influence, I would say, or something, or maybe an inspiration for this podcast because I wanted to make my own podcast for this channel that was also different than his podcast and the button mappers. So, welcome.
That's cool. Yeah, you put out a lot of videos, so that's a lot.
Who, me?
Yeah, you and Teddy both.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes, you.
What's up, man? How's your day been? Been good?
Been good, yeah. Been pretty good. Just normal day, just work, and we were talking about NES, so that was good. That's actually the most exciting thing that happened today for me. Talk about NES games, and then now this. So that's a good end to the day. I had a nice sandwich, ham.
No, stop! Don't tell me anything about food because that might be a segment later.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Sorry,
but yeah, it was a good day. Trying to think of what else happened. It warmed up from yesterday.
Did
you
guys get any snow?
20s.
Did you guys get any snow?
No snow. It got pretty cold here yesterday. It was like in the low 20s, which for here is really cold. And now it's back up. It was back up to the 40s this morning, which is more typical for here apparently. But no snow. I saw just a few flakes since I've been here, since I moved, and yeah, it's pretty nice here now. It's like it was in the 50s today.
I am currently snowed in.
Oh, you got some snow.
Yeah, we got about I think right now we're at about 4 inches, and I don't know where we're gonna go from there. So, but it's still snowing, and I've been, I live out in the country, and they don't clear these roads out very well, so I have been home. I've just been home.
You don't
chilling.
get the salt trucks out there.
They do, but not on the road that I'm on. I think I'm just too far off the beaten path where they're like, fuck that road. They could die.
Oh, the no maintenance. It's the sign where you see in the country that says no maintenance. And
yeah. It's like, because like if I go a little ways down the road, it's clear. So it's like, oh, they just don't give a shit about where I live.
They're like, yeah, let them.
Good luck.
Censor themselves.
But I saw this coming. I'm already off work, so I saw this coming yesterday, and I went and like got some groceries and stuff. So I've just been enjoying the time here, and all.
Nice. And hopefully you don't got to work tomorrow.
No. So.
Oh, good.
We'll see. We'll see the rest of next week, but who knows? Who knows how long this will last? But I'm ready. I'm just at home playing video games, man.
What are you gonna play? Got anything planned?
What
How
am
do you play? Can I ask you, when you play a game, do you decide what you're gonna play right at the minute, or do you have something in your mind that you're gonna play?
It depends on. Okay, so like if I'm doing like. Say the
you like jump from game to game?
Yeah. Okay, so say for example I'm doing something for the button mappers, which right now we're off until February, but I might play something that we're doing for that podcast. But if not, usually my tactic is I pick a console, then I find a game to play. So that way I like doing that. That way I kind of make use of all my consoles, and then if I get sucked into something, I'll see it through and finish it. But like I like doing that. That way I'm just like, oh, I want to play my Saturn today. Then I get that ready. Then I'm like, okay, what am I going to play on the Saturn? Like I'm not just like, I need to play Bug.
Yeah, which I want to play Bug sometime. I have Croc. I get those two confused, even though they're not the same.
One's an alligator. Or
I know.
Crocodile.
But Bug's the one that's more like Yoshi's Crafted World, I think, right?
Yeah.
Where you go in the background and back.
That's actually not a bad comparison. You're right, actually. Yeah, it's Yoshi's Crafted World.
Yeah. And then you get into Saturn. So you pick a console, you get in the mode. You're like, I feel like Saturn today, and then you can get in that mode, and you can really enjoy it.
Yeah.
See, okay, I got these games. Pick one because you have quite a Saturn library.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that like I don't like having a bunch of consoles and not playing them. Like having bunch of consoles and being like, well, I'm just playing my PlayStation, you know. So I like
Yeah.
to. I like doing that. That way, I'm like, okay, today I'm in the mood to play blank console. Then I actually get some use out of it, you know, instead of just having the thing around rotting.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I'm a similar way. I pick a console. Like right now, I'm in N64, so I'm playing a lot of that.
yeah,
I
you
want to play. I want to play Shadow Man or Hybrid Heaven. I haven't decided which I want to play.
weird.
Maybe I'll play Diddy Kong Racing. Maybe I'll play
Ooh,
F-Zero X. I don't know.
well,
I
did
want to
he?
play a racing game. I haven't played a racing game in a long time. I don't really play a lot of racing games. They're not my favorite genre, but I figure F-Zero X would be good, or I could do Diddy Kong Racing again, which is a nostalgic game for me.
Yeah, dude,
So yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing is one of my favorites. Like if I had if I ranked, which I should do that. If I ranked my N64 games, I don't know what would be number one, but Diddy Kong Racing would at least make it in the top five. I think. Like
Yeah.
that's a
So
really
unique.
important game to me. Like that was my first game, on the
Yeah, I
64.
remember you saying that. Yeah,
Yeah, like
that was your first game.
well, my one of two. I got that and Rampage World Tour, which I've never played. I've never played that game as an adult. I don't know if the game's good or not, but
You don't remember it as a
no,
kid at all.
I sold that copy years ago. So and then when I rebought the games, I haven't bought that one yet. So it could suck, but I liked it as a kid because you know smashing shit. But no, Diddy Kong Racing, that game's phenomenal. It's got a great adventure mode too.
Yeah,
So
it's like a adventure, not platform, but that kind of like get collectibles in the stage and then progress to locked areas, like a hub world to do,
mhm.
almost like an adventure racing game. And that's really cool. Like in racing games, that's more appeals to me because I get kind of bored going around in a circle all the time or around the track all the time, unless it's I'm playing with somebody or Diddy Kong Racing. It at least breaks that out, so you can race the boss in the stage, and then you fight Whizpig at the end and race him, and
Go to space.
then you get that. Like I remember getting the and then you get the TT, the clock. I remember unlocking him, and he's like handles great. He's really fast. He's like the ultimate racer. And there's Taj, the
Taj,
genie.
yeah,
He's like,
Taj.
welcome, or something. Yeah, it's like the stereotype of all It's
He's
like
just he,
Simpsons.
yeah, it's like the Indian stereotype. He's like,
Apu.
bye bye for now.
Yeah, bye bye for now. Yeah, that game. Yeah, and the music, it just sticks out. And I haven't played that game
Oh, dude, I used to.
since I was a kid.
And
So
you were like, okay, how old were you? Do you think you were when that game came out?
that game came out in '97. Was it?
I don't know.
Okay, was that? So I would have
Probably
been.
because Banjo Kazooie was '98. I know
Okay,
it was
so
before
it was
Banjo.
before that.
Yeah,
Okay, so I was 17 around there. I think I would have been about 17.
I was a little baby. So, dude, the Diddy Kong Racing, like the island aspect of like being able to just like roam around this open island in vehicles, that by itself
Yeah,
entertained me for hours. Like actually, like I would do the races and I would play multiplayer and I would complete the things. But half the time I would just drive around the island and like make up stories because I was a dumb kid, and and like
well,
it was
how
just so
old were?
cool.
Yeah, yeah. So you would have been if I was 17. You were 20.
You're doing the math. I was
17.
born '94, so
Okay. Oh wow, you were
yeah, I
you were
told you.
really
I
young.
told you
Okay, yeah, wow. I forget how young you are
I was a baby.
sometimes.
I was a baby. So
Yeah,
yeah, like a bunch of those early. That's why I think I have such a soft spot for the N64 is because like a lot of those games that I played, like that, the Banjo Kazooie games, Mario 64 and stuff. Even though I don't talk that greatly about Mario 64, but in general, the idea of having like an open 3D world to just fuck
yeah,
around in was enough to like entertain me. Just to be like I'm gonna run around this world.
yeah. I mean, when you're a kid, I mean, I did that on Super Mario Brothers when I was like, what, 9 or 10. Uh, my stuff with that when you were with the N64 for me it was Atari because I would have been probably
Making up
five or
stories
six.
on Pong.
Yeah, but 5 or 6, and then I was playing Spider Fighter and just
Ooh.
moving the paddle back and forth or moving the controller back and forth and hoping to get lucky. I never knew how to play it. I played ET a lot and Pac-Man a lot. My first experience with Pac-Man was the 2600. Now I actually didn't hate it, but I was a kid. I didn't know any better.
Speaking of Atari, that actually leads to my first segment today. We do have segments on this show. The show isn't just free range. So
Oh, okay.
the first segment is called "What's Up with That?" which is named after my
Cliff Clavin
my favorite.
computers.
No, it's my favorite character, Jerry Seinfeld. What's up with that?
Oh, okay.
This is the most podcasty part of the podcast where I'm going to talk about something that's been in the gaming news recently, and my thing actually relates to your Atari that you talked about a minute ago. I am going to share my screen here. Let me see if I can get this working. Can I do this? There we go. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, you watching? We are going to watch the announcement trailer for the Atari 400 Mini. You ready?
Okay.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Might be a little too loud. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. Did you hear about this thing?
No, this came out 6 days ago, it says.
Yeah. Atari...
It looks like an Atari 800 computer.
Yeah, it's a mini console. Okay, hold on, let me pause it. It has 25 retro games, miniaturized classic console, authentic design, whatever, it's fine. Fun for all ages, whatever. But there's an interesting aspect to it. Hold on. Compatible with... okay, it's compatible with Atari 400, 800.
Oh,
hold on.
Okay. Does the 800 PC?
But not the cartridges. Hold on. XL and XE 5200.
Oh, okay.
You can load games from those systems onto a flash drive and plug it into the front and play them that way too.
You load them from so you can get the ROMs on the internet on the flash drive. They let you do that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it has four slots for controllers.
So
or
tiny,
like it's very cute looking.
The joystick is like not huge, and it's like it's just a little bit bigger than a joystick.
I know, it kind of feels like if you have like if you have two of those joysticks on it, you'd pull it off.
You're gonna like pull it off with a thing, yeah.
So the what's up with that segment, I just highlight one thing that I thought was interesting recently, and this was because you like retro games, so this was the one I picked for this episode. And I think it's retailing for like $120, which isn't awful for this kind of little device. But what do you think about this, or like just mini consoles in general? What are your thoughts on that? I'm gonna end the stream. Hold on, how do I do this?
Well, first off, I want to say Atari's been... I don't know who owns Atari now. I don't know what they do, but they've been...
Atari owns Atari.
Quietly... Okay. But they've been quietly releasing a lot of stuff lately. They did that HD Atari thing. They released a new... You did a review on Run Jump Man? What was it? Run and Jump?
Mr. Run and Jump, yeah.
Mr. Run and Jump, yeah. So...
It's over there.
And then that's... Oh, okay. So... That seems like, and that was actually an Atari-made game, right? They published out, so that's actually cool. And then they did, so this seems to be going more towards their computer, people who had the computers back in the 70s or the 80s, early 80s, late 70s, which is kind of cool. Like, it looks like it takes the form of the 800 system.
Yeah.
With the keyboard on the front, and then they have the XL, which is the other computer system.
The flat one, right? Is it the flat one?
Yeah. I had both of those, and then before I moved before this, I just donated them. I couldn't carry them around.
Ah, damn it!
And I had a lot of games for them too, but
no,
I just couldn't.
You should have sent them to me, Brian. Damn it!
I didn't know you at the time, but I had a ton of stuff now. But it's hopefully somebody got them and could use them. I never even tried them out when I had them. I just got them for cheap, and they just sat there. So, so that's kind of cool. I do like mini consoles. I say that, but I rarely play my NES Mini or Super Nintendo Mini or Genesis Mini because I have the consoles and I just play them on those. But I think I have fired them up and I like them, and I like the way they look. They're a nice little thing to look at and say, hey, that's kind of cool. And you can hack them to add more games on them and stuff like that. So if you don't have the systems, you can hack them and put games on them. They're a good way to play like a library of games if you need to. I like them in general, yeah.
The only mini console I've bought is the Genesis one. I bought that when it came
Oh.
out. I didn't buy the NES or Super Nintendo mainly because like both of those libraries, I felt like I already had ways to play a lot of the games and stuff.
Hmm.
But I'm also a hypocrite because the Genesis one came out and I was like, holy shit, I'll buy it to play Mega Man: The Wily Wars. Yeah, I was
Oh yeah,
like,
that's right. I should fire that because Wily Wars is on that one, right? Yeah.
but that's
Or is that the? Yeah.
that one. I also modded it pretty easily and just put a shit ton of Genesis games. And I have a couple of these, but I have the 8-bit do, which is the M30 controller, which is wireless.
Yeah.
So
Is that, yeah, yeah.
so I just keep the Genesis Mini on my big TV in the living room with this thing. So if I want to play Genesis games, I have like a wireless way to play Genesis games with an actual like wireless, Genesis controller, and
That's cool.
it's
That's a nice
handy.
looking controller.
Yeah, it's cool for that. But overall, I haven't bought into the mini console stuff as much.
Hmm.
The Atari products they've released recently, I've been interested in and have bought some. I have the VCS, of course. I talked about that last year, and
Yeah.
I was actually playing that today.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
And
Yeah.
then the 2600 plus was interesting because that actually played cartridges, and that played 2600 and 7800. And it seems like this thing's gonna do everything else. It doesn't play the cartridges, but it seems like it's like, well, everything else is on this mini console. So all the home computer, and then they're like, yeah, 5200 can go there. We just put it there.
They just put it there and put it away, like put them back in the corner, like.
Yeah, and the fact that you can add stuff is interesting. I wonder if they're gonna like sell ROMs, like sell like digital games you can download and put onto. I don't know. That's weird. It's a
It's
weird idea.
possible they could do something like I have the Neo Geo X Gold, which
Oh,
they sold cartridges for that a while ago. SNK sold it for
which one
those.
is that one? I know Neo Geo's done a lot of those little
Uh,
devices.
it's well, this was the one that came out around 2015, and it looks like a Neo Geo MVS,
Oh, okay.
AES, and it has like the recreated joystick,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think
they
I know
sold
which
them
one
on.
you're talking
It was
about.
like a Switch before a Switch. It opened it up, and you could put the handheld that looked like a Game Boy Advance or something. It's about that size.
Yeah, I
You
know
put
that.
it in this dock, and you could output to the TV, um, and it's pretty cool. I mean, the scaling on it isn't great because this was before everybody went all crazy with like you got to have integer scaling and all this stuff, and everybody like now people know all about scaling and stuff. I guess companies didn't really care as much then, where SNK didn't put as much thought into the scaling, so it looks kind of fuzzy. But they released a few cartridges for it, so maybe they do something like that for
Well,
the Atari X
or well,
400.
this only loads things to USB, but they do some interesting things. The Atari VCS console that I have, it's like a game PC hybrid thing. They've actually made because like in order to use the PC side of that thing, you have to like load up Linux or Windows on
Mm.
another like a flash drive or like an external hard drive, and then do it that way, which I haven't done. But they actually sell like a official Atari PC mode USB on their website to actually do that. So I'm curious if like they would just sell like a USB, like here's a USB with a bunch of games or something. I don't know. It's just it's an interesting
I
idea.
I think they could. It wouldn't cost them a lot of money to do that.
I don't
They
know
could
how
just
the
put a ROM
reaction
on
would be to that, but it's just like it's a weird idea. I thought when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, is this gonna play cartridges like the 2600 one does?" But no, it's just like,
it doesn't play cartridges, but it'll play the games off of a USB
yeah, I was like,
drive.
that's a weird thing to choose to
So
do.
that's kind of strange. Yeah, it is kind of strange. I guess they figured since it's 5200 it plays, they're like, well, who actually has nostalgia for the
Yeah,
5200?
who
I mean,
cares?
there's somebody out there who does, but so the 5200, maybe they just thought like I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why they didn't add just the 5200. Maybe price they didn't decide to add it for the people who had it and have nostalgia for that. It wasn't worth it. So
Who
that's the only thing
knows?
I can think of. Like if it was a 2600 thing, they definitely would have did that because everybody had a 2600.
All I
It
know
seems
is
like
that
everybody had a
I
2600.
I think the idea of it is that I think they know that everybody that buys these mini consoles, like in the NES, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, even the PlayStation one, a lot of people buy them just to do that, just to put games on it. So
Yeah,
maybe they were like, you could just do it.
yeah,
We don't care.
yeah. We'll cut them off at the pass and do that. It's like yeah, just do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, Atari they seem to be doing other stuff, and I mean, this isn't be something I would buy because I have, my Atari. When I play Atari, I like to play it on a CRT with like composite with the
Oh yeah,
thing
fuzzy.
because
Yeah,
I
you
like to
like.
have that feeling of shittiness. Sorry, crappiness.
No, you like the authenticity.
Yeah. Yes. If I had room or a place to put a floor model TV with like the screw on
Ooh,
fork,
like a big wooden TV
yeah,
or
like I had
something.
as a kid, one of those floor models where my dad had to get the screwdriver out and put on the devil's pitchforks on the back and then screw on the Atari RF. I do that, but
You're talking
um,
about like the huge wooden TVs that like you just
yeah, that
it's
was a
like
furniture.
it's sitting here and it's not moving, guys.
Yep, it's just a piece of furniture. It had like speakers on the front that were covered. It had like ingrained like
Yeah.
carvings, very beautiful. I think I had one. My grandma, my uncle had one. His broke, so he put a TV on top of it. So
Dude,
it's like TV
that's what
Inception.
that happened whenever I was a kid.
Yeah.
My I didn't have one of those, but my sister got one, like a hand-me-down for her room that she used for a long time, and I remember it broke. So they just bought her another TV and put it on top.
Yeah, that's what you did. It's almost like the hillbilly way to do it. But I mean, I grew
Because
up
like we
over
were like they already put that thing upstairs in her bedroom and it's like, well, it's
yeah.
staying here.
It's a piece of furniture plus a cathode ray tube of 20 inches or 24, 27 inches in there. So that thing is heavy.
Oh yeah.
Man. So that's not moving anywhere. Yeah. But I have fond memories of playing Atari NES stuff on the things. And yeah. Even on a black and white TV, my first TV I had was a black and white. I played NES stuff on. So
Okay.
and then when I could hook it up to the living room, it was all on that floor model.
I wish I had the TV for the longest time growing up until about 2009. I had the smallest TV that I never like. You don't think about that stuff when you're a kid, you know. So like I had it in my room and I watched TV and I played games on it all the time. And then I remember sometime in like around 2007, 2008, I had a friend come over and we were gonna play a game on it and they were like, "How do you play anything on this TV? It's so small." And I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah, you don't think about it. You're just happy to have a TV.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when
So
yeah.
like in 2009, I remember that was the first time my dad like he was like, okay, we'll get you a new TV. So they got me like a big 32-inch CRT.
Oh wow,
And I was like, heck yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, but so like that was awesome. I remember like when I first got that, I had just also
32 inch.
yeah, and I had also just gotten like the Wii and stuff. So like I was living it up, man. But
Yeah, man. My first TV was a black and white that broke, and my mom. I still remember this. My mom brought me home McDonald's food, probably a Happy Meal, and then she bought me because my black and white broke, so she bought me a 13-inch Sharp DRT for my room,
ooh,
color too, and I was like, oh,
ooh.
it was the happiest one of the happiest days
I
because I had a TV in my room to play games on, so that was great.
I don't think there's a lot of videos or pictures of my bedroom when I was a kid. So like I've been trying desperately to find what this small ass TV was because it was like a little TV. It was from I think it was from RCA, and it had
Hmm.
wood grain on the side of it.
Yeah,
And
I
it
love
was this
that.
tiny TV, this little CRT that I had for the longest time, and I probably just chucked it when I got that bigger TV. But now I'm
Hmm.
so nostalgic for it. I'm like, I want to find this TV, you know? Like I want to.
Well, if it was an RCA, I'm sure you could do RCA wood grain.
That's true.
Did it have the antennas on it?
No, but it was
No.
old enough to where it didn't even have the component inputs. I had to have a VCR.
Mhm.
So I had a VCR plugged in through the
Uh,
coaxial, and then I would plug
Coaxial,
everything
and then
in through
plug
the.
into the VCR.
Yeah.
Hey, you could record that way too. You could
Yeah, I
record your
did.
games that
Oh,
way.
I did. I
Mhm.
used to. I
Oh,
used to
really? You still have
record.
those tapes?
No, I wish I did, but I used to record stuff that way too. I would also record TV shows. I talked about this with somebody recently. It might have been when I interviewed Leo or something. I don't remember. But whenever I was like a kid, I wasn't allowed to stay up very late, and all of the shows I wanted to watch were on at like 2 a.m. and stuff. So I would set my VCR to record the shows while I was sleeping,
Oh yeah.
and then the next day I would watch what I recorded. You know,
Yep,
'cause-
I would do the same thing. Yep, I did that the same way. Saturdays, I used to record Beavis and Butthead and Headbangers Ball. on
Ooh.
MTV, and then the next day I was like just watching that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So like whenever I was a kid, it was the new MTV was Adult Swim basically at that
Uh-huh.
time.
Yeah.
So it was like I would record Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Robot Chicken, and then
Hmm.
they would air it. This is when they would do anime during the week, so they would air an episode of Bleach. So I would have an hour
Oh wow.
first it was Robot Chicken because that was a more popular show. Then it was Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and then it was 30 minutes of Bleach, and so I would watch that every day.
Nice. You got your day planned out. And that's
Yeah.
exciting when you record something, you got it as a kid. You're like, yeah, yeah, when you have a TV in your room and then you're lucky enough to have a VCR too with a game system, that's like
Oh yeah.
entertainment galore.
I
Especially if you have cable.
I know I have tapes, or I had tapes where I was like playing fucking Crash Bash and stuff on PlayStation.
I wish you need to find some of those. I love that kind
I
of stuff.
doubt they exist. I don't. I mean, my mom. I know she's kept stuff from when I was younger, but I doubt she has any of that stuff. I have to.
You should ask her.
have to
Say, hey mom,
Hey
can I
mom,
go
do you
through
have
some of your old
boxes
tapes
of
here?
old stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, go through some old VHS. You might not find your stuff, but you might find a recording of something recorded off TV your parents did, and you find commercials, and it's a blast
Oh,
to go through old
oh my
commercials
god,
on
dude.
VHS tapes.
Yeah, I used to have this like tape of Curious George when I was a kid, and I don't know what happened if I did it or somebody else did it by accident, but somebody had accidentally recorded over it for like a few
Oh no.
minutes, like a few minutes, and then it would go back. So it was like Curious George, but then for like 3 or 4 minutes, it would just go to the Three Stooges, and then we'll go back to Curious George. And I remember as a kid,
That's my kind of tape.
well, no, I remember as a kid, as like a really young kid, not understanding how that works. I was like, ah, like see
Like
Curly,
you would jump back and
yeah,
forth, so
yeah,
you're like
Curly, and
scared.
yeah, well, like it'd make that like distorted sound, it'd go into like the Three
Yeah,
Stooges
the
for a second,
tracking.
like Curly and Mo
Yeah.
fucking smash each other in the head or something, then go back to Curious George. I remember just,
Like, what's going on?
I remember, when I would watch that tape, just being like, ah, just like,
That's funny. Yeah, because you're a kid, you would have been, you're like, what's going on, man? This is like messing up my world. I'm looking at Curious George here, and now we got some bald guy slapping a guy with a bowl cut here. What's going on? Knucklehead shot, knucklehead. Love Three Stooges. I used to watch that too, and Looney Tunes with my dad. We just crack up. Still love the Three Stooges. I watch them just when I want to smile.
Yeah, dude. Classic slapstick, It's
Hmm.
it's pretty
Yeah,
good. All right, Brett, you want to move on to the next segment?
sure.
All right, the next segment's a special one. It's called Self-Improvement. Today we are going to play a game of improv. Do you know anything about improv?
Yes, I've watched Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the points made up and they don't matter.
Do you know what are the quote unquote like 5 rules of improv?
I don't know that.
So the
No.
5 rules of improv are, for one, and I have them brought up here so I can remember. For one is yes and. You always want to build the story, so it's always yes and. You never say no. It's always yes and. Well, yes and that those are 2 of the rules. Don't block. I think it's for if you're on a stage. Ask questions and establish locations in relationships. So basically, this is going to be easy because it's 2 of us, but most of those rules are for like actual improv if you're up on a stage. But I asked people today, because this is, again, we were just doing this last minute, and I asked people today to give me 2 types of people, a location, and a dilemma, and then you and I are going to improv through a scene. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want, I can read off the submissions, and then you can pick which one you want to do.
Okay, that sounds good. 2 types of people, a dilemma, and a location.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
So the first one comes from I don't know what to call her now. I guess I'll call her Turtle because you know her as Turtle.
Oh man.
Her
Turtle.
suggestion is buff nerd wannabe jock. They're at Central Park and they're playing Pokemon Go. That's her submission.
Buff nerd, Central Park, Pokemon Go.
Yeah, buff nerd wannabe jock. Central Park.
Oh.
So one of us has to be a buff nerd. One of us has to be a wannabe jock. Terry has Asian guy, short haired guy, whatever that means. Hong Kong. All the communists are dead. That's his submission. Teddy has crazy Catwoman, next door neighbor, up, and they're at the apartment, and the cats keep the neighbor up at night. BioPhoenix has an alligator wrestler and Abraham Lincoln. They're at a castle and they're surrounded by robot alligators. And we have
Wow.
these are some good ones. We have two more. We have two more.
Okay.
From Games with T, he has a Democrat and a Republican. They're in the Arctic, surrounded by polar bears. And Legend of Leo has husband and wife. They're in the bedroom, and husband's wearing wife's clothing. So those are our submissions. Oh, no, hold on. We have one more, but this one doesn't count. Tyler did submit one. It's Alex and Teddy. They're in a game shop with $50 of credit, and the only game available is Super Mario Brothers 2. And I actually responded to him, and I said, "What do you do with the other $49?"
Oh. So are those these choices?
Those are the choices. Did any of those stand out to you?
I mean, any one of those would be funny. Let's do the alligator one, I guess.
Okay, that's the most out there one, right? Yeah, that's the most out there one. Okay, so do you want to be the alligator wrestler or Abraham Lincoln?
I'll be. Oh boy, I got to think about what impression I can do best.
Here. What if I pick?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be old Honest Abe.
Okay. Fine.
And I'll be the alligator wrestler. We're in a castle, and where this castle is, we don't know, but we're in a castle, and we're surrounded by robot alligators.
Okay.
Here we go. Self-improvement. This is gonna go great.
Asshole.
This is the worst idea for a segment on a podcast because the people that I'm going to be bringing on this podcast don't do improv.
Okay. Well, I don't really do improv either.
Exactly. No, I mean you included. I mean that's hilarious. Yeah. Okay, here we go. And scene. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. We're in this castle. We gotta wrestle some robot alligators.
Well, I think back to when I made my proclamation. Alligators are not really in the contest of what I was trying to get in my term, but I guess we can do this. But this castle, as I sit here in this draft with these tapestries, will give me the fortitude on a fortnight to fight these alligators with you.
Thank you, Honest Abe. I appreciate it. I know back whenever you were president, you fought to free the robots.
Well, you're close there, Mr. Alligator. I fought to free the slaves,
I'm not an
and we
alligator.
did do that. But Mr. Alligator, but
Mr. Alligator Wrestler. I'm a wrestler.
Mr. Alligator Wrestler, but I know that your freedom is very much improved, but I think what I did was also to keep the Union and free slaves, which is very important, and that includes alligators wrestlers such as yourself. I hope that you get your freedom and can make something of yourself in this castle here.
Thanks, Honest Abe. How about we get to wrestling these robot alligators?
Okay. Well, I'm up for it if you are. Let's throw down some 4 score on these bad boys.
You got some like wrestling movements or something? We're like in chairs, so we can't really wrestle anything.
Tag me in. I'm gonna give them the old Lincoln line.
The old Lincoln line.
And throw me off the tapestry here, so I can run into them with my 4 score arm.
All right, I think that's scene. I think we got it. What a dumb one! What a dumb one!
We have time to do another one.
Do you want to do another one?
Yeah, we could do another one if you got time.
Okay. Do any of the other ones interest you?
Let's do the what was Turtles with a wannabe jock?
Okay, Turtles was Buff Nerd, Wannabe Jock, Central Park, and they're playing Pokemon Go. I'll let you assign the roles for this one.
Buff Nerd, and what was the other person?
Wannabe Jock. So they're like
Wannabe
they're like
jock.
switched. So it's like a really big nerd, and then it's like a
Okay.
scrawny jock.
Okay.
So which one's which?
You can be the jock, and I'll be the buff. No, you be the buff nerd, and I'll be the jock.
I'm basically the same character, but a nerd.
I'm a wannabe jock.
Okay.
A scrawny wannabe jock.
Yeah,
and
so
you're
yeah,
the
so
buff
you have
nerd.
to talk
Is that
like
how it is?
so yeah, so you have like a like a weaselly voice or something, but you're acting like a jock though. Yeah,
Okay.
so
So I'm like,
so you'd be like, "Hey, loser."
yeah. Okay, and we're playing Pokemon Go in the park.
Yes, they're playing Pokemon Go in Central Park.
Okay. Okay.
All right, ready?
Okay. Go. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh man, I hope I can catch this Goldeen.
Goldeen, bro. Why are you trying to get Goldeen? You need to get Bulbasaur, bro. He's right over there by that bench over there. Let's go over and get him, huh? Bro, do you even lift your Pokemon anymore?
What do you know about Pokemon? All you care about is football. You're not a true gamer.
Bro, you gotta watch your step. I was doing Pokemon where you were just doing Super Mario Brothers. What are you? Are a Pokemon wannabe? You never will get to my level of Pokemondom.
Oh no.
Anything else but catch Pokemon. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna go play Pokemon over here. If you think you can keep up with me, then then come over here and try it, bro.
I know you were giving it your all, but my internet like cracked out for a second, so like I missed part of it. I'm sad now.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right. Whatever, man. I'm gonna catch my Goldeen. You go try out for your varsity football. Whatever you do, you're not even a real gamer. You're just a.
Bro.
I'm a real alpha. You're a beta.
Oh, bro, come on! Don't even get to that. I'm in 4 sports: football, wrestling, poker, hockey. Lacrosse.
Is poker a sport?
More than 4.
Is poker a sport? Hold on. I have to look up if poker is a sport.
More than 4.
Is poker?
And I'm gonna catch all the Pokemon here, and I'm gonna be the leader of the gym, bro.
Oh my god, poker is a sport.
I thought it was,
dude.
Yeah.
I never. Wait, is it? Wait, hold on.
Could have said.
Oh
chess.
wait, no, wait. Now Google's saying it isn't a sport.
I think it's like half like what you hear. I think some people classify it as a sport.
Given that poker is an activity involving physical and mental extra, how is it physically exhausting? It's poker with a set of rules and custom. You sit at a table and play cards. Players can be. Poker clearly meets it meets the mainstream definitions of sport, but it is not considered a sport. So,
okay, well,
what is poker considered? Gambling.
More of a game. I guess it would be more of a game.
How is it physically exhausting to play poker?
I mean, you gotta think of all your hands. You're sweating.
Well, it said physically and mentally. That would be mentally, right?
Yeah. Mentally, I guess it would be more exhausting than physically.
Yeah, when I think of physical, I think of like Olympians, and when I think of people playing poker, I think of like my fat Uncle Joe, you know.
Yeah, I mean, where they play poker, it's always hot and sweaty and seedy, so maybe that's physically exhausting to be in those places.
That's true.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
You ever watch poker on TV and they're like sweating?
I've seen it on like TV a long time ago. I remember there was a time in the 2000s early 2000s that they did that on TV, and I saw a little bit of it, but I never actually sat down and watched.
I wanna make a skit now where there's like a poker game, and like everybody's calm except for one really sweaty guy, It was like really bad.
I don't know if he's
that's
bluffing because he's like that all the time.
He's just drenched.
He's just drenched all the time. I don't know if this guy has a full house or not. I can't tell. Is he calling me because he's bluffing?
He's like
What's
shaking.
He
He's like shaking, putting out his cards.
Yeah, this guy's the greatest poker player ever because he can he's always like that, so you don't know if he's really bluffing or what. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that was the fun segment, self-improvement. Thanks, you, Brian.
That was fun.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. That was fun. Thanks for the suggestions.
So yeah,
everybody.
if you're watching and you want to suggest for the next episode of Hey Geeks and Gamers, put them in the comments. I need put like a thing that says like self-improvement thing. I don't know, but I need 2 people, a location, and a dilemma. That's the. So thank you, and who knows, whichever guest I have next episode will have to be tortured with this segment as well. It's the cringiest segment. All right, the next segment's a fun one, Brian, and you have a choice on this one. This is called, and so do I. This is a segment called "Eat It or Beat It," where you get to choose whether you want to hear about a game that I've beaten recently, or something I've eaten recently, and I get to do the same for you.
Okay.
So,
do you want me to go first?
Who do you want to go first?
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
What have you eaten recently?
Ooh, okay. For dinner last night, let's do that because I had lunch today, but I just had like a shitty little.
And this could be anything during the day. This day, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I mean, it could be anything recently. It's just what we're talking about.
Right, recently.
Yeah, but so like today, if you want to know today, I just had like a little lunch, microwavable, like it was like a chicken enchilada thing. But last night I made some homemade cheese quesadillas. But when I was at the grocery store to prepare for the snow, I was like buying some stuff I might need, and I saw that they had a bottle of Taco Bell branded. It was like a creamy chipotle sauce, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what they use on their quesadillas. So I bought this sauce, and when I was making my cheese quesadillas, which is something I make a lot, I love cheese quesadillas. But when I was making my cheese quesadillas, I used this sauce, and it turned out. It tasted almost exactly like the Taco Bell quesadillas you would buy at the Taco Bell.
Oh, nice.
I was
so
like,
you found it.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah.
So now you got the sauce. You don't have to go to Taco Bell and get that stuff. You can make it yourself.
Oh yeah, but I've only ever seen the sauce this one time, so it could be like a limited time shelf, item to have this like.
Well, that's exciting. You can put that stuff on your eggs in the morning if you.
It's good. Eggs. I mean, creamy chipotle sauce is basically just spicy mayo. That's all it is. It's all. Okay. That's all half the sauces at Taco Bell are just spicy mayo. Just different variations of spicy mayo.
I did not know that there was mayo there. I'm not the biggest mayo guy myself.
Most of their sauces is if they have like a volcano sauce, it's just something mixed with mayo mainly. It's just that's all it is.
Mayo. That's the thing I never put on myself, but always I'll eat it if it's there. But I'll never actually put it on a sandwich myself.
It was good though. I made some cheese quesadillas. Dip them in some sour cream. I love sour cream. So much.
Sour cream's good, yeah.
Ugh.
Tasty. It's made by the dairy too. Dairy's good.
All right, Brian. Since you chose Eat It for me, I'm gonna choose Beat It for you. What's a game you've beaten recently?
Oh, I gotta remember. I forget everything the moment I do it, so I gotta pull up my list here. Hold on. Give me a second.
I know. I didn't prep you for any of these segments, so.
I'll say I'll give you a list here. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. This is one I wanted to play for a while. N64 Mischief Makers.
Ooh, that's the 2D one, right? That's the
2D
treasure. Yeah.
Marina Lightyear, I think is her name. She's a robot cleaner, and she's her guy, her inventor is always trying to grab her with the grabby hands, and she always throws them.
That sounds wrong.
It's kind of strange. Interesting game. Never played anything like it's like all treasure games. Like when you first play, you're like, "What the heck is going on here?" And then you play it more and more, and it gets really fun the more you play it.
Did you play it on original hardware?
Yep.
played it. Always wanted to play it. I think Teddy got it too, and he mentioned he got it, and that kind of put it in my head that I wanted to play that one. Mm-hmm.
I know DeeZee a big fan of that game.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, fun. To get the good ending, you got to get all the gems. There's gold gems in each level, and some of them are hidden in really hard spots. I haven't done that, so it's a cool way at the ending. I don't know. You get more of the ending the more gems you got. So it'll like play like a recording, and the more gems it'll tick down as the timer. And if you run out of gems, it just stops, so you don't see the whole ending.
I've been wanting to get my N64 out. That's a game that I need to pick up at some point.
It's fun. I like it. You just shake. And you use like the C buttons to dash. So right C will dash in the air, left C will dash left.
Oh, do you use the...
Or you can double tap.
Do you use the D-pad or the stick?
Yeah, you use the D-pad.
Okay.
No stick. The stick's not used. Z button skips text, so if you want to skip the text, you can do that. L button and R button, they will progress the text. Controller, you can... So all the... You do double taps to dash, down and A to do a dash, and all your double tap dashing can be done on the C button. So if you don't like to double tap, you can just use the C buttons.
That's cool.
Instead of up to dash up, you can hit left up C to do it. And I ended up doing that because I'm not a big double tap fan. Even in beat 'em ups, I sometimes don't like doing that a lot. Like hurts my fingers a little bit sometimes. Not hurts them, but gets uncomfortable.
I like Treasure, so that sounds like a game I need to play. You know.
Yeah, Treasure is a company or a developer I've gotten into within the past 2 years. I started with the first Treasure game I beat, I think, was Wario World. Which was fun. I like Wario World.
I like that game too.
It's a nice, easy beat 'em up.
I was just
Wario's stupid stuff.
I was just thinking about like I was gonna ask you like top 3 Treasure games, and I was gonna make my own top 3 Treasure games.
Well, I can hold off if you want to do that still.
And while you were saying that, I was thinking, I was like, yeah, I'd put Wario World on that list. I bet nobody else would do that. And you were like, yeah, first one I played was Wario World. And I was like, oh god.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah, but if you still want to ask me that, I can give you my answer on that. But,
yeah. What's your top 3 Treasure games you've played?
Dynamite Heady, Sin and Punishment, Gunstar Heroes, and then Wario World. Those are the ones I think 4. Are the only ones I beat.
That's 4.
Take out
3.
Then everybody says Gunstar Heroes, so I'll put Wario Warrior, and there is the 3rd.
Okay.
So it's Dynamite Heady, Sin and Punishment, and Wario World.
Damn it. Yeah, so mine's going to be... I'm going to put Wario World in there. I like that game a lot. I played that game as a teenager, actually. That was like when I first got into like collecting GameCube stuff. That was one of the first games I bought, and I'm pretty sure my copy still has like an EB game sticker for $10 or something on it.
Oh, nice. I like when you get stickers on games like that.
I like when I get stickers on games that are expensive now. That I'm like...
Yeah, I paid $50 for that.
So Wario World for sure. I'm gonna do Sin and Punishment as well, but I'm not doing the first game. I'm doing Star Successor.
Yeah, that's the one I meant.
Damn it, Brian! No. Okay.
I'll take that out.
Stop. I like both of them, so I'll do the original Sin and Punishment.
Okay.
But just know that I like Star Successor a little more. Third game is tricky. You're right. Everybody does choose Gunstar Heroes, but it is such a good fucking game, though, man. Gunstar Heroes. Gunstar Heroes, and if I didn't have to pick Gunstar Heroes, I'd pick Bangayo for the Dreamcast. It's a cool game, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. Treasure's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the only ones I beat of them. I think they did...
You didn't beat Ronald McDonald in Treasure Land or whatever the fuck that game
is. Treasure Land. Yeah, I know the platformer on Genesis.
Yeah.
You sprinkle magic stardust on stuff or something.
There's also
like that, right?
They also did on Genesis. They did Alien Soldier, but that's only recently gotten like a wider release.
Yeah, that's like the Boss Rush game where it's nothing but Boss Rush.
Yeah, that one was like one of those Sega online thing. What the hell was that service called? Sega
Sega Channel.
Sega Channel, thank you. Yeah, it was a Sega Channel game here. And then it's only now getting re-released on stuff as like a game again.
Oh, they did Bucky O'Hare on NES? I like that game.
I've never played Bucky O'Hare, but I know what it is.
Fun game. Fun, very fun game. I might have... Oh, I wish I would have known that.
You looking up Treasure games now?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's saying... Yeah, looking up Treasure games. Sorry.
Cheater.
So yeah,
Brian's a cheater.
That was the team. That was the team before they moved on, because they moved out of Konami and started their own in the 16-bit era. So this was the team before they. That it was basically a Treasure team before Treasure.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah.
Treasure's cool. All right, you want to move on to the next segment?
Sure.
The next segment is called From Attitude to... Oh, sorry. Well, go ahead. What?
I'm sorry. I want to know what a game that you beat recently.
Actually. No, you chose Eat.
Oh, okay.
It's Eat It or Beat It. You only get one pick. You picked to hear about my damn cheese quesadillas, Brian.
Okay. Well, okay.
Sorry.
Well, you make wrong decisions in life, and you live with it.
They were good cheese quesadillas.
Well, I know. It's not a wrong decision. It's just, it's fine. Fair enough. We will go on.
All right. The next segment, God damn it, if I could speak, is called From Attitude to Gratitude. It is a gratitude exercise. You know what that is?
Gratitude exercise?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's an exercise to improve your mental health. So the way this is going to work is that we are going to first, we're going to say something that's happened recently that maybe got us down a little bit. Doesn't mean anything too awful, but maybe, you stubbed your toe, you ran out of milk, who knows. And then we're going to follow that up by saying something recently that's happened recently that we're grateful for. So maybe we went and bought some milk, or maybe, it's supposed to just put you in better spirits, like, oh, something bad happened, but hey, something good also happened, So that's sort of from attitude to gratitude. And we'll do our attitudes first, which are our negative things.
Negative things?
Yeah. So I can go first if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go first on this one.
Which I wasn't really prepared.
I'm not. Well, I can go first. Then,
okay. Okay. And then we'll both do our attitudes first. So don't do your gratitude yet. Okay.
So negative thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think. Real quick.
Anything?
I don't like. I'm more in the country now since I moved, and I don't like that as much because I can't get out and just be around people normally as like I used to be able to. If that makes sense. Yeah,
no, I totally get that. Kind of feeling like isolated a little bit.
Yeah, a little isolate. I guess isolation. Even when you still got to get out. Sometimes that gets me a little down.
Did you spend a lot of time like in towns or cities before that?
Yeah, I lived in a city, a bigger city. It wasn't like I was out and about with people. It's just people were around. There was buildings and like traffic, foot traffic, and cars and stuff. And it was more of a city with streets and apartment buildings and stuff like that.
Okay.
And now it's just houses and stuff. So I just like the fact that I was around people, even though I wasn't really out around people. It felt like I was like more closer to, like, stuff was close to me. I could walk to the store or something like that. And now to do that, I have to take like a longer ride or bike ride to get to the closest area.
Okay.
That's the one thing off me. So.
My attitude is, and I don't want to go into detail because I don't want to be that guy, but this year I have started therapy, which has been very nice actually. But one result of this is the first time I've ever done therapy throughout my entire existence, is I have found, and my therapist thinks that I have like undiagnosed learning disability that I never thought about or nobody ever checked when I was a kid, and so that kind of got me down during the week, kind of like thinking about that, like, oh, how many years did I go by and nobody ever noticed, or I never noticed, so
yeah,
that's
yeah. I think I have done therapy a few times, and it's helped out a lot. I actually should go back to it. It's just
therapy in general has been a good thing. Like I come out of therapy feeling pretty good, but
yeah.
It's just my therapist like bringing that up to me, like, has anybody ever, I think you have this going on, like that kind of like the rest of the week after that, my brain was just like, I got my gears moving. Like all week I was thinking about like like my whole perspective kind of like shifted a little bit. it was
So
like,
you're
oh,
thinking
man.
like, how long am I holding myself back? Just knowing this now, maybe I
Yeah,
could have been
exactly. Yeah,
improving
yeah,
myself more
yeah. Or like
during
learning
the
how
time I
to,
didn't know,
it's like,
because
and like,
I could adjust for
just,
this.
yeah, yeah, and these things that like she's pointing out, I just in my brain, I was just like, yeah, everyone's like that. Then whenever somebody's like, no, it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh yeah. Like
so
she's pointing out something that you think is everybody does, and they
yeah,
don't do it, and it's
yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, how long was I doing this, and what is it holding me back or anything like that?
So that got me
I
down,
gotcha.
that got me down a little bit. But overall, therapy's been good. But okay, move on to gratitude. What
Okay.
what happened recently that you're grateful for?
Well, I beat Mischief Makers. So that was good. I'm happy for that. I always want to do. Honestly, anytime I beat a game I haven't played or find a game I haven't played, but the real answer would probably be that I'm relatively healthy. I don't have any. I'm healthy. I don't have any sicknesses. I have two parents who are, love me and I love them. They're very caring. I have stupid video games to play that a lot of people don't. I have a place to live, so just stuff like that. I have a lot to going for me, and I have to think like when I get down. You got a lot going for you. You're not all bad. You got some stuff going for you.
Something that's been
So,
grateful for me recently was like we're this is mid-January, we're coming right out of the holidays, and I had a crazy busy December and stuff, work and family and everything, and it just seems like, and then after the holidays I came back to work, and it's been cold and awful and stuff.
yeah,
So honestly, I'm grateful for the snow. I'm grateful for being stuck inside my house right now because
yeah.
it's just sort of giving me some time, the time to like relax,
Relax. Yeah.
play some, like I woke up this morning and I was like other than like recording this with you today, I was like, I don't gotta do anything today. Like I got up, had a bowl of cereal,
That's a great
like
thing.
watched
Nice.
watched
Ooh.
watched some like murder documentary things and played some video games, and I was like, this is a good day. And
Okay, so what cereal, what murder documentary, and what game?
all
And
right.
let me guess. Let me guess. Cereal Lucky Charms.
No, I don't like Lucky Charms.
Okay, was it a healthy cereal?
No, I do have healthy cereal, but
Okay.
I was feeling, it was like, because like, okay, so like, I'm grateful for Snow Day because this gives me the feeling as I was, like from when I was a kid of having a snow day, like waking up and being like, I don't get to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
anything
yeah.
today, like
Oh,
that.
I love snow days. Yeah,
Exactly. So like, this is the kind of the same feeling. So okay,
that's
so
awesome.
but
Yeah.
to go back to your three
Hmm.
questions, no, it was not a healthy cereal. Do you still want to guess, or do you want me to tell you?
No, no, I'll be guessing forever, so you can just tell me.
It was cinnamon toast crunch. I had a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Um,
So, do you drink the milk or do you pour the milk out when you're done?
it, it depends on the cereal, but I shouldn't drink it because I have a bit of a lactose intolerance, but I did today because cinnamon toast crunch is good.
Yeah, you got that cinnamony milk there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I really shouldn't. Um, So, and then the murder documentary is I was watching. I wish I knew the YouTube channel. Hold on, let me bring it up. It was a YouTube thing, but it was like 30-minute long, fun. I say fun, but it was about murder. Let's see. It was okay. The channel is called The Villains, which is apparently pretty popular because this thing has like 4 million views on it. It was a case where nobody actually got murdered in this case, but the police caught a woman hiring a hitman to take out her husband. So they set up a sting operation to make it seem like okay, so basically she went to a guy being like, hey, can you help me find a hitman to kill my husband? And he was like, yeah, sure. And then he went straight to the police. So the police were already in on it before the husband was. So they set up a whole sting operation where they set up like a hitman. They had an undercover cop meet her as a fake hitman, recorded everything, set up a plan, and then the day the plan was supposed to go down was like in the morning. She went to the gym. They had already talked to the husband by this point and showed him all the evidence, like, hey, your wife's trying to kill you. and then they call her at the gym and it's like, hey, this is the whatever county police, you need to come home. And so she comes back, and of course, they're like, your husband's been murdered. She's like, oh no, she's like already going into it. And so they take her back to the station, and for a while they just kind of like they don't tell her anything yet. They're just kind of seeing what she tells them about the situation, and then finally they like pull the curtain, and they're like, oh, we have everything on video, you can stop acting like your husband's alive and well. And she's still like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. They have her on video being like the guy was like, are you sure you want to go through with this? And she's like 500% sure. Like, she's ready to kill her husband. And then all of a sudden, whenever it's like flipped, and it's like, well, we have all the evidence, she's like, I didn't do anything, I don't know what you're talking about. And it was just so interesting to like see the live, well, not live footage, but the recorded footage from the interrogation room of like this woman that had tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband.
Yeah. So are you big into like true crime stuff and
sometimes
mystery stuff like that?
Yeah.
You ever see Unsolved Mysteries? You watch that at all? Yeah. Robert Stack.
Yeah.
Join me for another Unsolved Mystery.
My mom loved that show, so I used to watch it with her.
Yeah, scared the crap out of me as a kid. Scary, spooky. He just comes out and he speaks in that voice he has, and the reenactments. Yeah, that's cool. So you had a nice like kids' snow day off.
And I played a game. What did I play?
Play game. Yeah, it was a game.
I was playing my Atari VCS. That's right. I played a demo for a game called Polygunner, which is by, damn it, I'm gonna mess up the name of his studio, Retro Ninja something studio, who also did the old Desert Strike games and stuff.
That guy's still making stuff.
He commented on my VCS video.
Oh, nice.
Because I talked about his other game, BPM Boy, on the VCS. He commented it and was like, "Hey, the team here, it's just one guy. I didn't know that." But he has like an alpha build of a game out today to try on VCS, and I was like, "Hey, I want to try that." So I played some of that. I played around on Antstream Arcade. Played some like what I played. I played Mappy and played Prisoner of War. You ever played that game before? It's a beat 'em up.
Oh, for NES or the arcade?
The arcade version, but yeah, same game.
I played through the NES, never the arcade though.
And then before we started, I was playing a game, and a Contra-inspired game called Wild Dogs by Second Boss Productions, and it was really cool. It was like they do like NES style games, but this one is like themed like a Game Boy game almost, but it's like a Contra game. It was so cool. And I was playing that for a while.
Wild Dogs? Is that out now?
Yeah, it came out today actually, so I was playing some of that.
Wild Dogs, okay.
So yeah, that's what I played today.
And then you played the Spark the Electric Jester. Those games are interesting to me.
I saw
played 1, 2, and 3. Didn't you reviewed 1 and 2, right?
I reviewed 1. I reviewed Rocket Knight back in the day. I saw something about there was Rocket Knight news.
Oh, you're talking about the Rocket Knight pack. Yeah.
It was called Resparked, right?
Yeah, it has Rocket Knight Adventures, Sparkster, and Spark, and
does it have both Sparksters? Okay, but it doesn't have the Xbox Live Rocket Knight Adventures.
The 2010 one.
Yeah,
I never played that one. I would have liked to have seen that one.
I have that one on my Xbox. You're still missing one.
I need to play that one.
Cool games though. I mean, that's a good pack of 3 games. The first Rocket Knight's super good, and then the 2 Sparkster games are like, they're good, but they both have issues. Like if you put them together, they'd be like the perfect game, but like separately, they're like, this one's good, but it kind of sucks because this one's good, kind of sucks because of this. So
yeah, they're still good. I enjoyed them when I played through them. I like the first one a lot more. It's just so. I think they nailed that first.
Oh, that's like one of my favorite Genesis games, straight up. I love
it's
that
great.
Game.
Yeah, it sounds great, looks great. So different kind of styles. And then they also released the Felix the Cat collection has come out.
Oh yeah, dude, I fucking saw that. I am so excited. I don't know if you know this, but I love animation, and I am a huge Felix the Cat fan. Like
I did not know that.
Oh my god! Like I actually have it. I can grab it if you want to see it. I have a cup. I have a tumbler. Hold on, let me grab it. My mom got me a cool gift for Christmas. So that's Felix related. So give me 1 second.
Felix the Cat tumbler.
Yeah,
okay.
and entertain the audience for like 3 seconds while I'm done.
Sure. How's everybody doing? Looking at Turbo's games back there. Looks like he has PS4 games. Quite a lot of PS4 games there. A lot. I don't know what's above his Switch games there. That must be his Evercade collection above his Switch, and then he has his Saturn games above his Evercade. Are those Evercade games there below your Saturn?
Here, yeah. These are Evercade cartridges.
Okay, I thought that's what the. Okay, you have quite a few of those, and then Switch. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So again, I've been a huge fan of animation my entire life. I actually wanted to be a cartoonist before when I was like,
so you
young.
like drew a lot of stuff. Did you ever copy stuff from magazines and stuff like that?
Not really. I like to just make up stuff mainly, but
Oh wow, that's more talented than me. I used to just copy stuff. From
but
magazines.
so I was always a huge fan of classic animation, and in fact, if I wasn't doing video game content, I probably would do content about animation, and I've tried that a few times, and it never works out. I'm a huge Felix the Cat fan, and my mom got me this cool tumbler.
Oh wow, look at that! The good thing I brought that up. That was good timing.
See, look,
Christmas.
it's got a cool. It's got a bunch of cool Felix the Cat like artwork on it and stuff.
Look at that! Yeah.
Yeah. So
pretty nice.
I've been taking this to work every day with my coffee. So
Felix, little coffee in your Felix the Cat tumbler.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Have you played the NES or Game Boy
Yes,
game?
I've never owned not the Game Boy one, but I played the NES one. I've never owned it, but I used to play it on emulator a lot.
It's fun.
Yeah, I saw the other day that
you like it?
That Limited Run's doing a thing for it, and I was like, I gotta get that.
So you like it though? You like the game?
Oh yeah, it's a cool game. It's a cool NES game. I saw it one time at a game store for like $90, and I was like,
yeah. Well, with emulation now.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, jeez, that's a little steep.
You can beat the game in like a half an hour. Yeah. It's not a very half an hour, 40 minutes. It's not a bit, but it's fun. It's not ball crushing.
It's just a good.
It's not crushingly difficult. Hudson.
Okay.
And that's why Konami can do it, because Konami owns Hudson now.
Okay. I was trying to remember if that was Hudson or Sunsoft. For some reason, I thought it was Sunsoft.
Oh no, Hudson. Yep, Hudson. Wait, Sunsoft is putting out that Euphoria collection. I forget what it's called. It's not Euphoria, but I forget. It's the Metroid style game on NES where you're playing as.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're playing as like you find one character, he's like a guy with a white, looks like a snow head, and you got to find your other characters, and they each have abilities, and there's two other ones, and then they each have different abilities, and then you go through in a big world and use their abilities to get places you couldn't, find items to get farther, and fight bosses. And it's like a Metroid style, a search action, explore 'em up. Whatever you want to call it.
Explore them up.
I heard that term and I like it. Explore them up.
Well, they did a Sunsoft. I haven't bought it yet, but they did a Sunsoft Evercade cartridge recently, like a few months ago, I think, like back in October. And
who Sunsoft?
Yeah, Sunsoft. Sunsoft did. And,
oh wait, we were talking about that before.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't bought it yet. But it has. I know it has Blaster Master, Arrow the Acrobat, Gimmick, and two other games. I can't remember right now. I know it has two other games, but some pretty good games on the cartridge.
Super Spy Hunter? Does it have Super Spy Hunter? That game's great.
Hold on, I'll tell you. I have it saved in my stuff because I was thinking about buying some. I haven't bought any Evercade cartridges since mid last year. So.
Yeah, is that just a handheld, or does it hook up to the TV?
It depends on which one you buy.
There's two of them.
Yeah, there is a handheld. I mean, the ones that I have are both handheld, and you can get an HDMI cord for them, but they have a console version too that just plays on the TV.
Okay. And that's an English console, right? That's over in England. That's made.
Yeah, which makes buying some of this stuff kind of tricky. All right, it has Arrow the Acrobat, Arabian. I guess it's an arcade game. Looks old as hell.
That's an arcade.
Blaster Master Boy, Journey to Silius, and Mr. Gimmick.
Blaster Master Boy is Robo Warrior.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I believe it is. I'm pretty sure that's Robo Warrior.
Okay. And I mean,
so it has that. What were the other ones?
It has Arrow the Acrobat.
Yeah.
It has Arabian. It has Blaster Master. Has Blaster Master Boy. Has Journey to Silius, and it has Mr. Gimmick.
That's a good collection.
Yeah, it's six awesome games. So that's probably one I'm going to order soon. I haven't been fucking around with Evercade in a few months, so I haven't bought any of the new ones. They had it's like the minute that I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop buying Evercade for a second, they were like, here's 7 new cartridges, and I was like, and the problem is like, if I don't buy the ones I want now, they're gonna get hard to find later on because it's
Is that how it is with that the Evercade?
yeah, there's a few that are harder to find. If you want some of the earlier ones, the Namco ones I haven't bought. There's 2 of those, and they kind of go for a little bit, but they're not that bad. The one that's expensive is early on. They did a Technos one. It's like an NES Technos collection.
Yeah, it's like Double Dragon.
Yeah, it's Double Dragon and Kunio-kun, River City.
Yeah.
If you want that collection, good fucking luck now because you can't find it. It's gone.
Well, luckily, those games are easy to play in other ways.
Yeah, luckily they, I have that like collection they put on Switch, the like Double Dragon and Kunio-kun one. So, yeah, but yeah, so I like collecting those things. And
Double Dragon starts off so great. Just that lady gets punched right in the bread basket.
Oh, that's
and then they walk right off the screen, and not even a second later, like they come out the garage door. Well, you can see them taking your girlfriend right now. You come out the garage door, you probably could see them. You could probably catch them real quick. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let me see how long we've been going. But we've done all of my main segments. I do have
all the main segments?
I do have. Did it fly by, Brian? I'm sorry.
It fly by. This was fun.
I do have an ending segment, but it's the shortest one. So if there's anything else you want to talk about, we can. It's just sort of a open space now. I'll probably at some point switch the segments out or think of new segments. That's always an option with this game.
Yeah.
It depends on some people might cringe during the self-improvement segments. Some people might like it. Who knows? So I'll have to see.
I'm all about cringe. My whole life is cringe. I'm used to it.
So
I'm trying to come up with something else to talk about. If you go to the
look, there's
you see any?
There's Mario.
Is that a? Oh, I have that same glass.
Oh,
Mine's
yeah,
like,
from the set, from like the gift set thing.
Yeah, it came with a cap that I had, and it came with a
This one
bag.
I got it recently. It came with it has like a beanie. It has
I had that beanie.
like bag, a blanket, a little throw blanket, this glass, a decal, and like a pin maybe. Or something?
Yeah, I think there was a pin. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Someone got this for me for Christmas, so I've been using this glass a lot.
Yeah, and that's your favorite Mario game on NES.
Hell yeah, it is. It's a good game. Look at him. Look at Bowser. Dumb old Bowser.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Not up there with Mario 2, but it's good.
Well, Mario 2 isn't even Mario.
I'm just kidding.
Talking about lost levels right now? You talking about?
I like to bring that up to you all the time because I know you don't like that.
Man, that was
all good.
What a way to end the Turbo Throwdowns last year. We haven't even talked about what we're doing this year, or when we're starting back.
Oh yeah, the Mario Lost Levels.
Yeah, that was the last one. I hate both of those fucking games.
You were trying to come up with good things to say about you. I saw you struggling there.
Yeah, I don't really like either one of those. So there's not a good
like,
Mario
2. It's so fun to go through. You go through little doors. You dig. It's the characters are all different. And you're like, I hate this. I hate this. I was like, oh. And I was surprised. Lost Levels though. I liked that more than I thought I would. I think it has to do with because I played the All Stars version though. If I played the Famicom version, I probably
it'd be brutal. Yeah, the All Stars one I think is more approachable, even though it's still bullshit. It's still bullshit.
It does have bull crappy parts like the springs where you got to guess where you're at in the air.
The areas where you can't scroll the screen back because it's Mario 1
and you miss a block.
or you have to hit a hidden block and then you have to get enough momentum to get up there, but you can't get enough momentum because the screen's too crunched and it's like. What the hell do you want me to do?
That's why I played it. Yeah. And then there's parts where there's a hammer brother or an enemy right here, and you can jump on them, but they put the block at the exact part where you jump, and you'd hit the block and jump right into them, so that you gotta know where to miss the blocks. Trolley stuff like that. Cursing Miyamoto.
Damn it, Miyamoto.
Or
You've been.
I don't even know. Tezuka did the design on that or something. He must have been having a bad day with his wife or something, yelling at him or something. Like he's like, "Oh God, Omar, I'm gonna put this cell here." They're like, "Make it harder." It's like, oh,
Speaking of games I don't like, you've been playing Ocarina recently.
you don't like that? I thought you thought it was okay. It was fine.
It is fine. It's a fine game. I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm not as privy to that style of Zelda, so it's like my least favorite style of Zelda.
Can I say this is the hardest Zelda I've played in a while for me? I'm struggling on this game.
Where you at?
I'm on the Spirit Temple right now, the last temple.
Spirit Tracks.
And then I can do the hidden dungeon in the Gerudo. I don't know how you say it, in the Gerudo Fortress, and then you can get like something in there. I was doing that last night, and then I had to go to bed, and I thought, I'll just do this tomorrow, and then I went out and you got to do it all again, so I got to do it all again today or whenever I play it.
You're playing the original N64 version too.
Yeah, it's still fun, but you can see how they improved in the other 3D Zeldas because the camera is, even with the lock on, it kind of puts it in a part that you don't want to see, and it gets in the way like Mario 64, and it struggles with the camera a lot for me. And I struggled a heck of a lot on Dark Link. I still don't know how to hit that guy repeatedly. I still don't know how to hit him. I think you got to use the hammer. I found out something. I think Zardafron told me, or somebody told me in chat, that you got to use the hammer on him. And I should have known that. I didn't try the hammer. So I was trying to do the sword, and I was struggling with that. I still like it, but it's not one that I'll probably replay a lot. I would like to try the 3DS one again to try to see what improvements they made on it. Because it's been a while. That was the last time I played that game, was 2011, and before that was 98. So I only played it. This is my third time playing it.
So
still a good game.
Do you have any nostalgia for Ocarina, or is it like?
I didn't have it growing up. I do. I have it because I used to borrow it. I borrowed it from my friend, and that's how I played through it originally. So there's that nostalgia. High school playing it, but not as much as like Zelda 1 or Link to the Past. Those are the ones I had, and I played through Ocarina. Still a good game, just frustrating me more than even Zelda 2. I'm dying more than I ever did in Zelda 2 on this game. I think I'm at like 12 best now.
And Link doesn't even show his wang in this game. You know, like he does in Zelda 2.
Yeah, he's not hitting his little wang out there. Yeah, yeah, but yeah. Still a good game. It's just I'm curious to play Twilight Princess now, because that's basically, from what I remember, I like that one a lot, and I hear that in recent years it's a lot more like Zelda Ocarina of Time, just improved. So I'd like to give that one another shot. Probably on the Wii I'd play that one.
My issue, well, Wii U, play that version.
I did. Well, that's the last time I played it. I want to play the Wii version.
You want to waggle your arms around?
Yeah. I want to see what that one's about. Yeah.
So my issue with Ocarina stems from this, is that a lot of people my age grew up playing that game on the N64, which, don't get me wrong, I grew up on N64 and PS1, but I never experienced Ocarina or Majora on N64. So
you played it on other ways.
Well, no, I had Link to the Past as a kid. That was the first Zelda I ever played. And then on N64, I never. The only time I played it was, I know one time I went over to my cousin's house. He was playing through Ocarina, and we would quickly play like GoldenEye or something. But I remember he was playing, and then he was like, "Here, play for a second while I go pee or something." And I remember I was just riding Epona around the ranch for like a second. And then he came back like, "Okay, let's play GoldenEye or something." So that was the only experience I had. So that's all I had of that game for the longest time until GameCube. My first 3D Zelda was Wind Waker, which I love Wind Waker. So I have zero nostalgia for this fucking game. And then I go back and I try to play it, and I'm like, yeah, that's all right. And then everybody around me my age is like, it's the best game ever. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So it's sort of soured my opinion of the game, just because I've spent so long just being like, this game's all right, and like everyone's like, fuck you. So I'm like,
I understand that completely. I want to replay these games. I understand. I want to replay these games I played to see if, cause there's certain games that people hold up, like Ocarina. Chrono Trigger's another one, and I had Chrono Trigger growing up. I beat it a lot, but I haven't played that game since.
I liked it. We did it for the mappers. I didn't finish it, but I liked what I played.
Yeah, I played it. I remember liking it, but to see the praise of people now, I never heard that praise growing up, and I thought it was good, but I never thought it was like the best RPG ever.
You were
So
like, it's not better than Fievel and American Tail.
That game is decent. Another Hudson game, yeah. I think you were there when I played that one.
Yeah, that's what made me laugh. I love those garbage games.
License games?
Oh, my favorite.
Chester Cheetah's Wild Quest or whatever. I played through that one.
My favorite garbage Super Nintendo game growing up was We're Back, a Dinosaur Story.
Oh, I've never played that one.
I still have that. I still have that cartridge that I had as a kid. I played that game a lot, and it's not good, but like, you know, yeah, I had 5 games, and that was one of them. So you know?
Exactly, you play what you got. Yeah, we all have those games that we play. We got. I like. You talked about Era the Acrobat. I really like Era the Acrobat too.
I haven't played them. I haven't played them.
It's a more traditional platformer. Yeah, the first Arrow is more like you have a set goal in the level. It could be find these things, go through 3 hoops, go through 5 hoops, jump through this story, and you got to find out what to do, and you're on a time limit, and it's kind of random, like you don't know what to do, so you're going to run out of time, so it's very frustrating. The second one's more of a straight platformer, and I like that one a lot more. Yeah,
I like going back and experiencing some of those like failed mascot games now.
well,
yeah. Recently, I played through Zool.
Zool. He's that little like. It looks like he has a red glasses.
He's the ninja of the nth dimension. Thank you.
I just remember seeing that picture. Would
you please respect Zool?
Sorry, I didn't know he was a ninja. I thought he was like a bat thing.
I have an Evercade cartridge, which is probably the worst Evercade cartridge, but I kind of like playing it because it's dumb. I have the Gremlin collection, which has Zool on
Game Boy Gremlin. Oh wait, is Zool Sunsoft?
No, Zool's by Gremlin, the developer Gremlin.
Oh, I thought you meant Gremlin Games, like Gremlin movie-based games.
No, so I have a cartridge for the developer Gremlin, and it has Zool 1. It doesn't have Zool 2, and I have a theory about that. But it has Zool 1, and then it has like a soccer game, a soccer manager game, a PlayStation 1 like off-road game, and a Game Boy puzzle game, and then and like a city game like Utopos or something like that. But and then Zool's on there, and I was like, hell yeah, playing Zool. And
that's somebody. You're the first person to say that this month, I think.
Hold on.
Seriously, I think.
Hold on. Let me scoot over here and grab it. Hold on. Gremlin right here. Yeah, I have a theory why Zool 2 isn't on here. So there's the Gremlin collection. And there's Zool on the front.
I never heard of Gremlin.
Yeah, I think they're like a British developer. Because
I thought you meant Sunsoft Gremlins.
So yeah, it's got like 6 games on it.
Okay.
It's actually in my Evercade carrying case right now.
Yeah, because you were playing it.
Yeah, because I was playing Zool.
If you have Zool, you're gonna play Zool.
But yeah, exactly. So certain developers do these collections, and like I have one for Interplay. I have 2 for Interplay. And the way Interplay did it was Interplay Collection 1 has Earthworm Jim 1 and some other games, and then Collection 2 has Earthworm Jim 2 and some other games. So that way you're kind of you want to buy both of them because you want both Earthworm Jim games.
So
that's why I think so that's why I think Zool 2 isn't on here, because I think there's going to be another one of these fucking things.
So like, you're holding out hope. Yeah.
Zool 2 collection and then some other shit I'm not going to play.
Yeah. So you buy it for Zool 2 and they Trojan horse the other one.
Yeah, they Trojan horse like here. Yeah, this has Zool. This has Actua Soccer, which is a PS1 soccer game. It's not very good. Utopia: The Creation of a Nation. That's an awesome name. Which is a city builder game.
I've heard it. Okay.
Premier Manager 97, which is a soccer management game. Hardcore 4x4, which is a PS1 and Saturn game. I believe this is a PS1 version.
4x4.
And Brain Bender, which is a Game Boy puzzle game. So yeah, they kind of. So yeah, I bought it for the fucking Zool, and they Trojan horse some other garbage on here.
There you go. I mean, it seems like the Evercade has a lot of those collections, which is kind of cool. If you want to play those as another mean instead of emulating them, you have a nice collection. Of
these things are only these cartridges are only $20 when they come out.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, exactly. So like,
what's the Interplay have on? Does it have Booger Man on there?
One of them does. Hold on, let me grab. I have both Interplays.
A pick and flick adventure.
Hold on, let me grab them. I'm trying not to get these. They're all in order because they're numbered. by release, so I'm trying to make sure I don't get them out of order. But here we go. The Interplay ones were pretty early. So
Playmates.
okay, so Interplay Collection 1 has Clay Fighter, Earthworm Jim, Battle Chess, Booger Man, Incantation, and Titan.
Okay, that's the wizard game, yeah. So, Incantation I always wanted to play. What was the other one? I'm sorry.
Titan.
The Titan?
Yeah, Titan.
I never heard of Titan.
And then Interplay Collection 2 has Claymates.
Okay, that's the platform. I want to play that one. That's on Switch. You can play that one.
Earthworm Jim 2.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Clay Fighter 2.
There you go.
Prehistoric Man.
Okay.
Rad Gravity.
Okay, that's an NES. That's a NES game. Yeah.
And The Brainies.
I had that game. Yeah, that's I never.
So yeah,
okay,
I bought these for Earthworm Jim and then Trojan Horse some other stuff on here too that I might play. You know.
I mean, Booger Man. I'm be curious if they have the Genesis and Super Nintendo, or they just pick the Genesis one, or which one they put on
I don't know which version. I know for Earthworm Jim they put the Genesis version on 1, and then the Super Nintendo version of 2. I don't know which version of Booger Man they used on here.
I wonder why they went with the Super Nintendo too. Booger Man, they should have put the Genesis.
Aren't these so cute? Aren't these cute little
They're
boxes?
like little DVD cases, or they're thicker than DVD cases. Yeah, they're little cards. I've never seen an Evercade card.
Oh, then they always come with manuals, and they're so cool. Like
that's cool.
You know, you have like a
actual manual,
full color manual.
It tells you how to play the game.
Earthworm Jim and stuff. And then
that's a game. That's a game on my list to beat this year. I never beat Earthworm Jim.
Some of them have extras. Like I think I have some indie. I have a few indie ones that have like stickers and stuff, and then I have which I never use the stickers because I'm like I want to keep these in here, which defeats the point of stickers. But and then I have I want to say
like a little album.
I want to say it's both of the Toa Plan collections.
Shooter company.
Yeah, they actually have developer interviews in the booklet and stuff, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, they like they're pretty cool. You know, if you're into like collecting physical media,
got a lot of,
they're neat.
Yeah, that's neat. I like that.
So,
have you ever beaten Earthworm Jim?
Yes, I like Earthworm Jim.
Really?
I'm not as big a fan as the second one, but I like the first one quite a bit.
I get up to the part with the bubble underwater after the hamster.
Oh no!
I did that once, and then I made it to the bungee jump part, and then I forgot to take my password.
Can't touch anything.
I was trying to figure out how to do that, and I died, and then I got to replay everything. So eventually, this year, I want to play through Earthworm Jim. So
I think the first game is quirky, and also it's still playable, and like it's not the best game ever, but it is fun. And then I think the second game, they were like, all right, we're going to dial the quirk up to 100%, but they didn't make sure it was playable. So there's like certain segments of the second game where it's like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, my problem with those is the shiny games like Aladdin. You don't know what to jump on until you play it, and you know what to jump on. And then when you play it, you know, okay, this I can jump on, this I can go through. The levels are big areas with you can't quite know what to do, and then you got to replay them.
But what makes Earthworm Jim 1 so fun is just because it has so many cool ideas. Like I love the levels with the dog. We have to whip the dog to get him to jump over in like hell. You ever been to those stages where you're in hell?
Oh yeah, you fight the lawyer.
Yeah. You have to whip the dog, the puppy, to get him to avoid taking damage and stuff. Because if he gets hurt, he becomes really big and like fucking mauls you. So you have to protect him throughout the stage. Those are super fun.
I remember the dog. He's in the second level of this hell, right?
Yeah, it's like an auto scroller, and he's like dancing along. He's like this like little puppy, and you have to use Jim, and you have to whip him with your head in order to get him to like jump over stuff and like avoid pits and damage and like enemies. Because if he gets hurt, he like mutates into this giant dog and like comes and mauls you to death.
I don't remember that.
So you have to get him through the stage. It's fun.
Huh. The second level. when I replay that, I got to do that. I have a list of games I want to beat this year. I don't know if you have a list of games you want to beat, but Earthworm Jim is up there. Final Fantasy 1 is up there. Those are the two right now I want to play through.
What a pair!
Never played the first Final Fantasy. Never beat the first Final Fantasy, so I want to do that. I'll play it on the PlayStation Origins collection. That's the one I got.
Oh.
I was thinking about the NES, but
you're not gonna do like the newer one, like the Pixel remaster on Switch.
No, I have it twice already. I don't. Yeah, I got it twice already. I don't need to buy it another time.
I
So.
don't know. I mean, it was cool. We did that one for the Mappers last year.
Oh, the NES one.
No, the Pixel remaster,
Oh, okay.
because we
Okay,
did that like right after it came out.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun playing it.
Yeah. So you're not. Are you looking forward to any games this year coming out?
Coming out this year? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What the hell's coming out this year?
I don't know.
Um, uh, uh,
Well, I should say, are you looking forward to playing? Let me
Okay.
change the question.
well, you
I
know
don't
what?
what's coming out either.
That Prince of Persia game just
that's
came
about-
out, and that looked cool.
Yeah, I kind of want to get that.
It looks good.
I have some credit in GameStop, so I might pick that up, or I might just wait 3 months and have it go down to $30.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
it's
that
a Ubisoft game. It'll be $10 for you.
it'll drop in like but then I kind of want to like buy it with my credit to support it because I want more games that are
Yeah.
not what's out there. So I don't know. It depends if I'm out and about and I see it, but
Hey,
I'll get it eventually.
I've been burned too many times by Ubisoft because
Yeah.
every once in a while, it's like every 3 or 4 years, Ubisoft's like, here's a cool game. I'm like, oh,
'Cause it's
damn!
yeah.
And then
You did Rayman.
and then I
the
buy
Rayman Legends
yeah
game.
well then I buy the game, and then they're like, okay, hope you like Tom Clancy and Assassin's Creed because we're going back to that. And I'm like, fuck. Like that happened with Rayman. That happened with Starlink. Battle for Atlas. That was a cool game.
That's a Star Fox like game.
That happened with the Breath of the Wild's clone. What the hell is that game called? Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Rising. Whatever. That game was cool. It's a cool game, but I forgot what it's called. Maybe that's the reason why it didn't sell well because nobody knows what the hell it's called anymore. But that game's actually pretty cool because I like Greek mythology, and it's just Breath of the Wild, but Greek mythology. So it's like everyone.
You should play Battle of Olympus on NES if you like Greek mythology.
Every once in a while, they'll be like, "Here's a cool Ubisoft game," and then I'll buy it, and then they'll be like, "Never mind."
I don't think I've ever bought a Ubisoft game new. I think I got Beyond Good and Evil.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
Which I still have to play.
Damn, you haven't played that, dude? That game's awesome.
It's on there to play too. So all my stuff from them, like I got Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, and Warrior Within.
Ooh, Sands of Time.
I played.
Sands of Time might be in like my top 10 favorite games.
Yeah, I hear it's great. I played it up to the part where you face your dad, and that was like a big jump in difficulty. I couldn't get past him, and then I put it down and never went back to it. But I was enjoying it up to that point, so I want to play that one again and get through it.
Do you remember like a year or two ago they were like, we're remastering or remaking Sands of Time?
Mm-hmm.
What the
I heard
what
about
the
that.
hell happened to that? Where is that?
Maybe it broke off into this one here.
Well, no,
Maybe
like this is like a Metroidvania thing. This is like
maybe they decided to go in that direction instead of the remake.
I mean, okay, but it's just...
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're still making it. I don't know. I mean, you can still get Sands of Time. It's relatively cheap on like you can get it on a computer and
yeah, it's Steam and stuff too.
Sure, it's still. I think it's compatible with stuff, isn't it? Compatible with? I don't know if it's compatible with Xbox, but you can find a cheap copy on stores. If you have a used game store.
Which I don't have it anymore. I wish I didn't sell it, but I even for a while I had that. It was like a PS3 collection that had the PS2 games on it. Yeah. And it was.
I heard that.
And
then the rain. Yeah.
I bought that, and I bought. I had that PS3 collection, and I literally only played Sands of Time, and then I sold it because I don't care about the other two. The Warrior Within is garbage. I played that before on GameCube, and then Two Thrones is okay. So I played Sands of Time, then I was like, well, it only goes down from here. Then I sold the collection.
Okay, I want to try. I want to try. Yeah, I want to try those. And okay, well, I'm sorry to hear about Warrior Within, but I'll still give it a shot once I get through Sands of Time.
Music by Godsmack.
Maybe I won't give it a shot.
Yeah, it's from that era.
Okay, new metal.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with new metal. I listen to Godsmack back then. I mean, I think I'll admit it. I didn't mind them. I listened to like Saliva and.
Dude, I keep
stuff,
and
so.
I think I keep it on there for just because it's like funny, ironically, but I keep Click Click Boom on my playlist because whenever that song comes on,
Yeah, that's a catchy song. Yeah.
yeah, well, like whenever it comes on, it's like click click boom. So like I'll be out working and like that'll come on my playlist, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
It takes you back to that time. A certain time. That music now is so. It takes you back when you hear it.
It's like that was the era of angry white boy music.
Yep, it sure was. Yeah, yeah. So Ubisoft games, I never bought a new. I always got, and I never bought. Like I Rayman, I bought used. Well, no, that's not true. I bought the 3DS version of Rayman Origins. That's the only one I bought. New.
You just beat Rayman 2, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Hell yeah. It's a good game.
Good game. I wanted to play a 3D platformer after Mario 64 again. Good game, yeah. Yeah, some frustrating parts. The last boss at the end was a pain, where it kept
Razor. What the hell is his name? Razor Beard, Razor something. Razor.
Yeah, he was a pirate, like Razor something.
Razor.
That sounds about right. Razor Beard. Yeah, Razor. I think it is Razor Beard.
He's only in the one game, so except for like if you don't count like in Rayman Arena, whatever that game is called, but he's only in the one game.
Rayman Arena. Yeah, my Rayman experience is Origins, Legends, Advance, and now Rayman 2. Good games. I liked all the Raymans I played. Advanced, I didn't like. That was hard. Advanced was.
Oh yeah.
Hard.
Well, that's the PS1 Rayman, but it's just like scrunched in on a GBA.
Yeah, I didn't know what to jump on. Everything was clustered together, much like a shiny game. I didn't know what was I could jump on, and I had to.
You couldn't even see Rayman Advance because it was so zoomed in. That's the problem with a lot of those.
Well, yeah, a lot of the zoom in things where you crop stuff off, but yeah, it was still. It was looking beautiful. It was like a Game Boy Advance launch game, and it really popped. But it was hard to play for me anyway because it was tough. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the new Prince of Persia. Just don't know if I'll. I mean, it won't cost me anything. I got credit, so.
Yeah, but you may want something. You may want Mario versus Donkey Kong. That's coming out next month.
I had the Game Boy Advance.
Dude, nobody's talking about this game. It's coming out next month.
Well, I mean, then when this is out, everybody else will talk about the next game, and then that's out.
Okay, I played all those damn games. Like I played like the Game Boy Advance one, and then like the DS, the mini
March
ones.
of the Minis.
Yeah. And now they're like bringing it back, but it just feels like they're just farting it out. They're just like, all right, move it.
Yeah, because they know it'll sell a ton because anything they put on Switch will be like selling.
That's true.
So
that's true. And like
so they're just. They need stuff to. Oh, sorry. They need stuff to like get money. They have to have something to pad that release schedule. So they're saying, "What could we remake?" And I think it's NST, Nintendo Software Technologies, up in Seattle that's doing that. They did the Battle of Olympus, the Crystalist Game Boy game, the Bionic Commando 2 Game Boy game, the Bionic Commando Game Boy Color game.
What a weird game.
And now I think, it's a fun game though. But now they're doing this, so that's cool. But it's like. All these remakes coming out, it's like when you have the game.
Well,
already,
this isn't a
like
remake though. This is like a new game, but it still uses like it's just called Mario vs. Donkey Kong. But
I thought it was the same game with just added levels.
No, they have
levels.
no because they're using the stuff from the minis as well. Like you control the mini Marios for stuff too. So and that wasn't in the original. So whatever this is, it's there. A new thing. It sounds weird, but.
Well, I thought it was just a port of the other one with new stuff on it.
You're right though. It'll sell because it has Mario and Donkey Kong, and anything sells with that Mario movie anyway. So it's like kids will eat that up.
It's gonna sell, but I mean, I can't justify. I played the one and I didn't like it that much. So
they have a weird release schedule this year too. They have that. They have the Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remake. Who the fuck was asking for that? And then I
like Luigi's Mansion 2 quite a bit.
Yeah. It's good, but it's the least good of the three. But it's good. And then that Peach game, Peach Showtime.
That one's interesting to me.
Yeah, that's the only one that I'm like, I'll probably see what that is.
Yeah, I want to see. I don't know much about it, so when it gets closer, I expect them to reveal more. Maybe it'll be because I like Super Princess Peach enough. So
that's an R2.
That was no, Super Princess Peach was
Who's that? It was one of those garbage studios.
Toei. No, not Toei.
Toei Animation.
No, not Toei. It's oh god, they're on the tip of my tongue. It doesn't matter, but it's begins with a T.
One of
they
those
did Dragon Quest Treasures and
they're one of those like in between studios though. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, they did a ton of stuff on NES. They've been around forever.
Like they outsourced a lot of like DS games to like studios like that.
Yeah, I think they're. I liked it that they're because like when I'm down in a yard sale sometime and I see somebody selling their stuff, their games, you can pick up these down the line when the next console's out for like $10 or something and play through them again. But I probably won't get them on release. If I wanted to play Mario vs. Donkey Kong, I'd just play the Game Boy Advance one again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, Brian, we are gonna end soon. I think we've been going for an hour and 49 minutes. So
okay, did you have the last segment you wanted to get to?
The last segment is saved for the last 30 seconds of the episode. So until we're ready to wrap up, we have nothing. We can't worry about that segment yet. So Brian, thanks for coming on the first episode of Hey Geeks and Gamers.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Alex. Always good to talk with you about random stuff.
Which segment was your favorite? Pick one.
Jeez, they're all so good. No, I'd say the improv one was good. To be honest, I like when we were just talking off the cuff, just.
Well, that's not a segment, damn it.
Okay, well, I'll go with the like what you eat and what you play.
Oh, okay. Eat it or beat it. That's what's
eat it or beat it. Yeah.
That was your favorite segment.
Yeah.
Even though you squandered your chance, you learned about my cheese quesadillas.
Yeah, but I'll have to find out what you beat another time, I guess.
Yeah, you'll never know.
I could just ask you.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm not telling you today because you made the wrong choice.
Out of spite, you won't tell me. Spite. I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
No, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Anybody listening at home, you are either listening on YouTube, probably, but I am also posting this on Spotify, so if you'll listen on Spotify, you can. Because this is an actual podcast, and you can listen to it while you're at the gym or at work or going through, couples therapy, whatever you're doing. You can listen to
mowing the lawn
mowing the lawn, whatever.
Washing dishes,
whatever it is you're doing right now, you can listen to the Hey Geeks and Gamers podcast. So Brian, we do have one more segment, but before we start that segment, I want to ask you, can you in a excited tone, can you say, "Hey Geeks and Gamers"? Can you just give me like a good one?
That?
Yeah.
Hey Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, that's the thing I say.
Is that good?
That's good.
Yeah, that's how you start all your
I've been saying that for years, so I was like, I should name. And like I was thinking, my original name for this show was Zoned Out, because Turbo Zoned Out.
That's a good one too.
But I was like, I say Hey Geeks and Gamers all the damn time.
Yeah, you don't really say Zoned Out.
Yeah, so I was like, Zoned Out is just a fun play on Zone. So I was like, Hey Geeks and Gamers is like my thing, right? So I should just do that.
You say that.
Yeah.
You gotta have a thing.
You gotta have a thing.
My thing is being old.
Is that how you start your streams?
Yeah, let me get my arthritis medicine. That's how I start my
I'm
streams.
old.
That's all, folks. So the Looney Tunes thing comes on my face.
All right, Brian, are you ready for the last segment?
Sure.
The last segment is called 30 Seconds to Tell Me. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna get my timer started here. Brian, hold on, where's it at? Brian, you have and After the 30 seconds are up, the show ends. This is the end of the
just
show.
Abruptly?
Oh, abruptly.
Oh, okay.
This is the end of the show. So you have 30 seconds to tell me and the audience anything about where to find you and anything else you want to communicate before the show ends, starting right now.
Okay, my name is Brian. I go by Igotkings. Just search Igotkings in YouTube or Twitter or Twitch, and you'll find me. I stream on Twitch usually every evening. Stop on by if you want, or don't. I mean, that's fine too. But
Wow.
oh yeah, Sonic 2 is a good. Or oh god, I just messed up. Super Mario 2 is a good game.
It's not a good game. It's not. We're looking at about we got about 6 seconds. You came in under. So yeah, go check out Brian. Everybody enjoy the show. Goodbye.